This week at the shelter for adoption we have Vivian, and she's about 9 weeks old, and she's a Jack Russell mix puppy. And she came to the shelter yesterday. She was actually a gift from a girlfriend to a boyfriend, and he really didn't want a puppy at the time, so that's how she ended up here. But so far she's been really good. Jack Russells can have a lot of energy, so we're looking for a home for her, probably with older kids, 4 and over, because she is really small right now and she could easily get hurt. So we're looking for a home with older kids, someone that's going to be able to spend time with her and train her, because Jack Russells need training, or they can get pretty unruly. But she's, as you can see, she just wants to play. She's a very happy puppy, and hopefully we'll find her a home soon. This is Lola, and we're not really sure what she is, but she looks like she has either Brittany Spaniel or some kind of bird dog mix in her, but she's a puppy right now, and she's kind of got short legs, so I don't think she's going to get very big, maybe around 30 pounds. She's very sweet. She was brought to the shelter over the weekend. Some people were out at the lake and just found her wandering around by herself, and she was pretty skinny and weak when we got her. And since she's been here at the shelter, she's been eating, and she's already put on some weight. She's got a fat little belly now, and she's just doing really well. And she'll be up for available for adoption tomorrow. She's just a really sweet girl. She's not real high energy. She's pretty laid back. She just gets in her kennel and goes to sleep. And then when we bring her out in the mornings, she'll play with the other dogs. So I think she'll be really easy to train. She loves to be with people, loves to cuddle. So we're looking for a home for her. This here is Jill, and she was actually just brought to the shelter today. An older man and lady lured her in because they had got her from a breeder. When the breeder was done breeding her, they didn't need her anymore, so they took her in instead of having the breeder bring her here to the shelter. But because she was from a breeder, she wasn't very well socialized when she was younger, and just the whole change of going to a new place really scared her. And they also had a big dog, which also scared her a lot. So it didn't work out for her at that home. So now she's here at the shelter, and she is an older dog. She's about 6 or 7 years old. So that means she actually qualifies for our Seniors for Seniors program. So if you're over 60 years old, and you can come in and adopt her for a discounted price. But we're looking for a home for her. It's going to be pretty quiet. Quiet home where she can just relax and not have too many new things come at her all at one time, so she doesn't get scared. She's only been here at the shelter for today, but she's already, really attached to me, and she just loves when I hold her, and I've just been sitting up in the office holding her, so she loves to snuggle, and she'd just be a great little house dog for a quiet home. These guys came to the shelter about 2 days ago. Someone had just bred their dog and they couldn't find homes for the puppies. So we have 6 of these guys here at the shelter, and I think there's 5 females and 1 male. And they are Blue Heeler, Catahoula, Pit Mix dogs. So they're going to be a decent sized dog. They're going to be pretty big. I think we have 5 black and white ones, and then this one that's red and white. And they've just been real healthy and playful since they've been here. We have a lot of puppies right now, so we are trying to find them all homes that can give them the love and attention and the training that puppies need. This is Monty, and he is some kind of Chihuahua min pin maybe. He's about 6 months old right now, so he's not going to get much bigger than this. He's just a little dog, but he has a big dog personality. He thinks he's a pit bull. He runs around the shelter just barking at the other dogs. He's pretty funny to watch. He's got a big personality. He's being really shy and quiet right now because he doesn't know what's going on, but he does. He has a little roommate he came in with, and they were found out at the lake. And the people that found him just brought him up here because they didn't know where they belonged. And he's a really funny dog. He just runs around barking at the other dogs like he's bigger and tougher than them. He's being really quiet right now. But he's a really fun dog, and he's not going to be big. He'd be a perfect little inside dog. And he's good with kids too. He's really playful with kids. So he'd be great in a family that have kids, probably about 3 or 4 or older. This is Oreo, and she was brought to the shelter because her owners just couldn't take care of her anymore. They were having personal issues, and she's already spayed. She's a big girl, and she just would be a great house cat. She's very loving. She just meows whenever she sees people walk by. She just meows and wants to be picked up and held. She's pretty content just being held, but she is a big girl. She may need to go on a diet. This is Star, and she's about 2 years old, and we've had her here at the shelter now for about a week. And she's already spayed, and she was strictly an inside cat. She's never been outside. And she is wearing a harness because her owners used to take her out on a leash. So she's a cat that's leash trained, and that's the only way she could go outside. She gets along great with the other cats. She loves to just sit up here in the window and watch everything that's going on outside. She's really loving. As you can see, she just loves to be petted. She would do good with older kids. A house with other cats is fine. Small dogs is fine. I think she's declawed, so probably no big dogs. But she'd just be a great inside cat, companion cat would be great. This is Valerie, and she's about 1.5 years old, and she was brought to the shelter with a litter of her kittens. And her kittens are now old enough to be by themselves, and they're available for adoption also. And she's just the sweetest cat. She just loves everyone and everything. She would be a good inside cat, but she does fine outside also. She was an outside cat before, so I know she'll be okay. But we'd prefer to have her inside now. She's just so sweet and loving. She just loves everyone, and when she sees people walk by, she always does this at the window to try and get attention so people will come in and play with her. She's just a really sweet girl.